It's going to be set number 8. Spawning in the top of Heavy Rain. Still going to try to wrap this up for Lucky 13. They are up 4-3. It's our green Zerg player, JustBlu. And his opponent actually playing in blue for all inspiration. Gonna try to force this ace match to actually mean something for the first time in my casting, which would be nice. It's gonna be our Protoss player, theOperator. Oh goodness, the last game was pretty ridiculous, to say the least. To say the least, but it's good stuff. It's fun stuff. We're gonna have a pylon in the main base here for operator, so probably gonna actually be a gate expand. First time actually seeing this in the PvZ today, at least. This is a Gold League matchup, and yeah, gateway expand can be a lot safer in a lot of situations, especially on a really small map. It opens up a lot more possibilities, just for your mid-game aggression sort of ideas, what you want to do compared to what are you doing because your opponent is doing it. So that's kind of the situation he's going to be in here. His scout is going to get in nice and early, see everything he wants to see. There's no pull down just yet. It will likely be happening soon, I imagine. Yeah, there's the pull. Pull just now goes down, and the probe sees it pretty much immediately. And there is a drone scout coming out, so he's going to get in and see this gateway expand, and realize what he's fighting against, and realize he's probably going to have speed done relatively quickly in this game at least. But probe sticking around the natural, probably going to be annoying, be a jerk, deny this base for a little bit. We'll see how well his annoying factor is. Yeah, JustBlu's drone chilling. And actually 2 drones. Very nice. That was a smart idea as a Zerg player. When you know there's going to be a probe down there probably, is sending 2 drones down. That really forces this probe away immediately rather than spending a good 20 seconds dealing with a probe down at your natural base. That really forces the Protoss player to either immediately throw down a pylon and invest that 100 minerals there, or just get out of dodge immediately, which is what happens. But same time, operator is not going to go really far away. He's going to stick around, make sure he can actually see if there's going to be a third base coming in. He's going to try to tuck himself away down here. Nice spot for him. First 2 lings on the way, and gas on the way as well for our Zerg player. And probably will be an expansion here momentarily for operator. Just getting his kind of a safety pylon out front before he does so. And actually even getting a zealot and gateway research at the same time, rather than going immediately into this nexus. There are a couple lings on the way, at least. And where are they going to be going? Where are you going, Ling? This Ling is not going to see this probe. So the probe is going to hide just a little bit longer if he actually stays there. He does have it selected, so he may move it. But yeah, he's not going to see that just yet. But his Overlord does see this probe is down here. And did the Zealot get cancelled? Zealot did not get cancelled. So this is about as safe as you possibly can get for a Nexus expansion as a Protoss player. But I mean, there is no third base yet, so he needs to be safe. So no problem there. JustBlu has the gas for speed if he wants to go for it. He hasn't done so yet. There he is. There's speed. There be speed. Probe trying to put up some extra gateways. Actually, another probe coming down here. I'm not sure if it's going to help if he's trying to go out for an extra proxy pylon, but he does have this probe already on the map. 2 more gateways being put up. And gateway research should actually be done pretty quickly here in a 3rd gateway. So he's up to 4 gateways, and he's got this extra probe. And looks like he's wanting or expecting a 3rd base to exist so he can actually go kill it, or maybe even just do a very hefty pressure here. Oh, there's a hole there. I didn't realize there's a hole there. It's a nice little hole. I'm not sure if anything larger than a Zealot can get through there, but oh well. Yeah, this Overlord is still sitting here in the main base, and it sees no gases have been taken. And where's the other Overlord? This Overlord has run away, but he knows that there's no gas down here, so he could probably expect some aggression, and he's actually getting a Roach Warren pretty quickly, knowing that his opponent is on very low gas, which probably means there's a lot of gateways. And then the Ling gets in and sees the extra 3 gateways, and gateway research is finished. Is there a proxy pylon? Proxy pylon is down already, and the probe is even hiding in another position. Mushroom Core is likely going to be moving across the map. And again, he's going to want this 3rd base to be here, but it's not going to be there. 4 Zealots warped in already. Maybe another warp in round will come after this. But he is still probing. He is still getting probed, so he's not fully committed to just expecting this attack to win the game or anything. So that's nice. And actually, yeah, JustBlu sees this now, and he's canceling that immediately. So at the most, Operator is going to deny this base for a while, which is very nice. And he could actually still get some more kills here. He probably could get this queen, depending on if there's a time warp that gets thrown down. But yeah, 4 drones, 10 roaches are about to pop out, and that's going to push us away immediately. And JustBlu doesn't lose anything to this. He's going to kill off these zealots eventually. Queen's going to come back and push away the mothership core. And yeah, both players are sitting okay. Zealot was actually moving across. I don't think I meant to. Just a select all army hotkey. See, he didn't really lose much there. Didn't lose any workers, didn't lose a queen or anything, and his third base is not coming up. There are proxy pylons on the map though. He knows that, but he does have a lot of roaches. He's got a good amount of roaches here, and most of our core is going to take a while to get back home. Same time, there are already 4 sentries warped in, but that's the only tech that's been warped in so far. Robo facility just now coming in. No forge or anything just yet, and he does have 4 gases now. And actually, what is this? More gateways, just more gateways. Going up to 7 gateways very, very quickly here. And I think he sees, yeah, he's going to see these roaches popping in now. And he does have a good amount of sentries. He's able to push this away for the most part. But it's going to be very annoying. He needs to overcharge and force field. Oops. Accidentally throwing an attack down onto his own nexus. I'm not sure how big that range is. I don't think it's far enough to actually attack out here, which kind of sucks. Oh, it is. He's going to be able to kill a couple of these roaches, maybe. But one of the gateways does go down, and an overlord went down somewhere. I think there was an overlord that was coming in. This overlord was originally back here, but this overlord's still here. He does see it, so he can go kill it eventually. He's just remaking that gateway, adding in the mortals, and he's feeling okay now. Neither player has really gone for much tech just yet. Lair is finished for JustBlu. But his third base is just now in. 51 workers to 37 in favor of the Protoss player, and double Evo Chamber just now coming in. So both players are pretty much on this same low tech situation. JustBlu kind of trying to keep himself a little bit safe, adding in the extra rock debris wall here. But there are these 2 proxy pylons. There's a Overlord placed pretty nicely. It's gonna see anything coming up this ramp. So either way he warps in here, he's gonna see that coming in. Probe does get in and confirms that this base is here, and our drone's here, so he is droning up. Well, he could just immortal all in off of this without any upgrades, or go for a nexus. It doesn't look like it. Looks like he's gonna go for this. It's a lot of force fields, and it's 2 immortals. 2 immortals. Only 1 immortal just now, but 1 immortal is about to join him as well. But 0 upgrades, which could be problematic. Overlord, actually, he's seeing some more zealots, but he may just think that's for that. But now he sees the rocks being attacked, and if he's gonna pay attention to it, this could get hairy. Depending on the force fields, this game could end fairly quickly here, but even zealots kind of walking past. And I'm gonna get up here, and there's not much to push this away. Only a small amount of roaches. 18 roaches against a lot of force fields and some immortals. Force fields not even being used right now, because who needs that? Kind of a nice little donut. Another thing, you could force field off here at least to keep them away, but choosing not to do that yet. This immortal is going to go to town. I think 1 immortal straight up against this small amount of roaches is going to win this. All the army units have died off for a Zerg player. 15 more roaches are about to pop out, and actually some more drones, but third base is already dead. A few of these roaches are going to be coming out. Actually, these are all drones. These 3 larvae are drones, but so yeah, he's still in an okay position. He could push this away in this nice high ground position, but he's going to lose a lot for this. Is the problem. There isn't a pylon very close. He is having to warp in way back here, and he doesn't really have the income to warp in a lot at the same time. And he is taking a third base behind this, so even if this attack completely fails, Mothership Core is still here, so he can get out whenever he wants to. Trying to force field off as much as he can. Actually, it's mainly just drones out here, and when these zealots join in, this could get to a slaughter, but no. He's just going to back off for now, adding in more and more units as he possibly can. And yeah, still no upgrades going to come in, and Overlord's still chilling. What's up, Overlord? Just hanging out. Some sick Nidus play, maybe. That could work. He's got the Overlord there. He could make it Midas, but actually, Roaches popping in. Trying to do what they can. One Overlord is going to go down. These two Overlords together have 25 kills, and yeah, that's a lot of kills for Overlords, or for Immortals, so. But yeah, these proxy pylons being so far away has really slowed this down for Operator. Had he just made like a War Prism out of this, he'd been a little easier to continue attacking here. And actually a Ling, yeah, Ling was being a little bit annoying. Mothership Core still sitting out here in the middle of the base, but third base on the way for Operator. 55 to 38 workers in his favor as well. That's nice. And even going up to the Robotics Bay. So he's setting himself up nicely for an in-game situation, and doesn't necessarily need to. He did a lot of damage to that tech. He did lose a lot. Both players have lost pretty much the even amount of resources here, but again, there's no third base up for a Zerg player, and the Protoss player just got his third base up. And it's never a situation you want to be finding yourself in. And just adding in some more Immortals, knowing that there's not going to be much beyond these Roaches that's going to come out. A couple Overseers morphing in, not sure why, but just because. Hydra Din is done, so you can start adding in Hydras for their DPS. So that'd be nice, but Operator is just setting himself up, getting more and more ahead as he possibly can. And he's going to feel okay about this game. Going to lose his Mothership Core to some Hydras, though. Always kind of an annoyance, but he is immediately remaking that, so that's nice to see. It's always easy when you lose your Mothership Core in a game, just to completely forget that it exists as a unit and not make anything, and not remake it. Okay, so those Hydras are out, but Colossus are on the way. I think the biggest downfall is really just no upgrades. Neither player is actually upgrading, though. So, no upgrades is one thing if one player is upgrading, but if neither player is upgrading, I guess it's not a big deal. But it would be actually a hallucinated Void Ray. Sick mind games. Sick mind games. And JustBlu looks like he's going to try to attack, but this Phoenix sees it. Phoenix spots the army moving across, so he's going to put himself in a nice position. He's got a good amount of force fields left over still. He's got nine sentries. He's got one Colossus here. Doesn't have range just yet, but a good amount of force fields. Be able to chop up this army pretty well and keep it mostly segmented, and still do a lot of damage. But he's kind of fighting into this unnecessarily. There he goes. Kind of baits some more of Zerg's units into force fields. Kills off a little bit more. And just kind of keeps his situation under control. That's all he really needed to do at that time. And JustBlu is still on this lair tech. He's still sitting on just Roaches and Hydra. That's all he has. And he's fighting against Colossus, Immortal. Whenever Operator decides to go for something higher tech, he'll be fighting against that. But until then, it's just gateway units and some rebel units. But oh well, these things happen. No upgrades. No upgrades, YOLO. Alright, and Operator's going to move across the map now. Still no proxy pylons really to speak of, and no War Prism to help out. He's really going to help to have a proxy pylon anywhere near this area. Same time, he could warp in a large amount of zealots over here and attack into this base while he's doing this. He doesn't really need to necessarily. Well, Colossus getting a little antsy, trying to push in there a little bit early. And again, with the amount of force fields that he has, closing off this section over here worked out pretty well. Actually, cut this army completely in half. This section of the army is only able to attack what's over on this side, and Colossus and Immortals are just taking care of everything pretty easily here. Another base is going to go down for Blue. He just has really no answer for this army right now. 2 Colossus, and how many Immortals do we have left? 2 Immortals are left, so you know, there's not much this army can do. He's trying to set up on the high ground as best as he can, and actually even fighting in, forcing his opponent to fight into spine cars is going to help as well. But 96 army spotted to 84. Not the biggest of differences, but again, it's just the tech. One Colossus almost goes down, so almost gets sniped off there by JustBlu, but this is not going to work out too well for him here. 140 to 70 supply, and again, as I mentioned earlier, Zealots warped in over on this side, coming in from the angle, taking up the space as well, and pretty much everything has been killed off for our Zerg player here. He is down almost 100 supply at this moment. Spinecaller still doing some work though, and JustBlu is going to call GG, well played there. And that works. So there we go. We got an even series going into the ace match. It's actually the first time I've been able to cast a series that's gone to the ace match when the ace match actually matters. So that's nice to have. It's always nice when matches